Hey guys, we have some breaking news here in the rigged NFL. Damar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills collapsed on the field after this hit. The hit doesn't actually look to be that bad. It doesn't look like a huge helmet-to-helmet collision or anything. But he fell backwards, and to say the whole thing looks suspect would be an understatement. This could very well be some sort of made-for-TV drama. Within minutes of this injury occurring and the game being suspended, there were hundreds of videos that have hit YouTube already, including this guy right here who's a doctor with 600,000 subs, who somehow had time to get dressed up and make a YouTube video about an injury that happened literally minutes before he posted it. So this doctor makes a diagnosis for why this player collapsed on the field, and he saw the whole thing happen on TV, and he's giving a diagnosis saying he doesn't think it has anything to do with a vaccine.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dr. Brian Suter, and on this channel I try to teach you about the sports medicine world and give you some insight into what we see on the field. What we saw happen tonight is not related to any sort of vaccines. This is almost certainly something called commotio cordis.
What in the hell did he just say?
What we saw happen tonight is not related to any sort of vaccines. This is almost certainly something called commotio cordis, an extremely rare condition that's one of those things that we typically only think we're going to read about in textbooks.
So this YouTube doctor makes a video within minutes of this injury happening, saying that this injury is not due to a vaccine, but is commotio coitus, or whatever the hell he said. And somehow he's able to make this diagnosis from his couch while watching it on TV.
Essentially what can happen is if you have a blunt trauma to the chest that occurs at exactly the right time in the cardiac electrical cycle, your heart can be sent into cardiac arrest. As Hamlin comes in here, we can see this square hit to the front of his chest. We see him get back up momentarily before ultimately collapsing back down to the ground and requiring CPR on the field. This is a tracing of our heart's electrical activity. Basically, this is one cycle of the heart squeezing. Starts off with this P wave, which is the electrical activity of the atrium at the top of the heart squeezing, then the QRS complex, which is going to be the ventricles acting, but then the last phase is this T wave, where the ventricle basically depolarizes and kind of resets to get ready for the next cycle. For commotio cordis to happen, you have to suffer this blunt trauma to the chest at exactly the right moment, specifically on this upstroke of the T wave, in order for the heart to then be sent into this arrhythmia and subsequent cardiac arrest.
I don't know what that guy just said, but I'm willing to bet my life that it was 100% bullshit. Now, if that wasn't suspicious enough, even more suspicious is all these comments that are now flooding the internet of people saying the exact same thing but with slightly different wording, attacking anybody who might equate this collapsing with a possible side effect from a vaccine. Look at these comments. Are these comments being made by real people in real time? Are these comments being made by bots? I'm willing to bet that these comments were already written and prepared before this injury happened, and you are literally seeing bot comments, and this whole thing is a big, huge, made-for-TV drama, and there's a whole lot more being pushed here besides just a rigged football game, ladies and gentlemen. So now they're going as far as to attack people with fake robot comments for anyone who might mention that this player collapsing might have anything to do with the VAXX. So at the time of me making this video, it is said that Damar Hamlin is in critical condition and the game has been postponed. So as more information comes out, I will definitely keep you guys updated. But it looks like we have a giant made-for-TV drama which goes way beyond just a scripted, rigged football game. They are now involving the vaccine into the narrative. So after you saw all the robot comments and that doctor saying that this definitely doesn't have anything to do with a vaccine, You guys can see that this narrative could get really huge, especially if this player was to pass away. So make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss how this story unfolds. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.